We had a big rain today, and I came outside to check on my orchids, and I noticed that my Brassiolelia perenni, I think I'm saying that correctly, is blooming. There's a tag. It's got spikes as well. Really nice. So the cicadas are out in force. That's all the buzzing. And this is my Miltasia Darkstar, Darth Vader in bloom. And I can't tell if it has a scent because my gardenia is also open and it is just filling the entire backyard. This is a new gardenia that I got from Home Depot this spring. The Nocturnum is blooming. It has 2 buds. Only one is open, so this one's open. This one is still in bud. And then behind it is my Encyclia cochleata, I'm not sure how to say that. It's got 2 spikes. And then I have brought out a few of my Richard Muller's. They need to be repot. So this is Cerulea Tyros by B.L. Richard Muller, which is, I believe, Hummingbird Hugs and Kisses. And then behind it is my Golden Tang, my BLC Golden Tang. And then I have right here, I have an extra one of these. Oh, it won't stay upright. This is Melody Fair by Richard Muller, and the pot, this is a second one that I have. You can see it's growing out of the pot, and I don't know, I was trying to decide, like, I need to either repot it or I need to get rid of it, because I don't need 2 of them, and the other one's in like a really big pot. Hoyas also blooming. I have 2 Hoyas blooming right now. So here's one. I love just the cute, adorable fuzzy flowers on the Hoya. That one tucked here. This is the Cami Angus Heratoni Anna that I got from H&R, and it has 3 spikes on it. So there's 1 spike here, and then down here there are 2 spikes. And I don't know how easy it is for people to see the flowers. The flowers are tiny. We'll just try to zoom in, get a good view of the flowers. You can see they're just very wee. Here, I'm going to back up and I'll give you an idea. So here's my hand. So you can see how tiny those flowers are in comparison. My Cerulea Small World is still in bloom. This is a late evening observation of my orchids. Sun's going down, but it's been raining all day. It's like cats and dogs, like really hard, horrible rain. Started this morning, got caught with the dog out in it, got wet, came back, waited for a break in the rain, walked her again. And of course, now, if you look at the sun, it's all clear, but all day it has been raining horribly. So here we have, this is Hawaiian Leopard Mei-ling. I have older flowers that are open in the front, and then I have a new spike of stem that's opening up in the back, and these are a little greener in tone, as you can see. This is my BLC Rustic Spots right here. This is Sunset Glory. I've shown a bunch of these in recent videos, but it's really nice. I make this beautiful arrangement right here. In the back there. Oh, is that a Melody Fair? Let me go look. Sorry, in the back here is Richard's Bonanza, which is Richard Mueller by Bonanza Queen. And I have two really old flowers. These have been in bloom, and you can see from all the watermarks on it that these flowers are really old. It's been in bloom probably almost 6 weeks now, but it just opened a new bud right over here, and you can see the new flower is not quite as banged up as the old ones, and it's got a much pinker lip. So, and then I have right here Richard Mueller by Cicada endenocarpa, or endenocarpa, and it doesn't bloom as long, so you can see some of the flowers are going already. And of course they're a little damaged from the heat. I think it gets banged by my David Sanders up on top of it. This is my Brassiolelia Petite stars, and it was very, very purple a few days ago when I showed it in one of my videos, and now the flowers are starting to fade to white and losing all their pink hues. I had to turn it in because I kept like banging into the flowers every time I walked by it, or the buds actually. Not a lot of space right here in this aisle back here. Of course, hidden in here, because it's always in bloom, is a coleogeny flower, so we can bring it out to be seen. Here is kind of right in there. It's on the new growth. Let's see if we can. There we go. See, it's really tucked in there. Had to really bend down to see it. My Encycliolata is almost done. It put out one late blooming spike right here is in bloom. But you can see, look at this. Look, the ants have really visited. Look at all these flowers that are setting. Like, oh, this one's got a fly on it. Nasty fly. Look, there's a fly. But look at all the seed pods on, I mean, I'm just gonna have to cut these off soon. I'm not interested in a lot of seed pods. It grows like a weed. So, the really confused nobiles continue to bloom. So this is Spring Dream Kumiko, and it's just got like 4 flowers right here. Whenever they bloom out of season like this, it's just a couple flowers. Like, you know, when they bloom in the winter, you get a lot more buds. When they do this, it's just like, there's just 4 here. It's not very many. Here's Mini Song crossed against Richard Mueller. I don't know that this has a name yet. And you can see this is also a lot less pink now, and it's much more star-shaped now that it's been open for a few days. Orchid is still going strong right here. This is going to bloom all summer. The flowers at the bottom of the spike will die, but then these buds up here are going to take off and bloom. And this is a dog. It's not an orchid. She's like, why are we still out here? This is really boring. This is Hoya lava burst. It's just starting to open up, as you can see right here. I can see like that flower just starting to open up. And this has 4 spikes. These 2 are just initiating right here. This one's farther along, but this right here is almost a fully mature spike. That'll be opening any day now, as we can see. Right at the bottom, it's just starting up. And my Renanthera Geraldtan is spiking. It's done like this, all this spiking in like the last week. And very intriguingly, It's got these roots coming out of the main stem now, and it's done this since it came out. So it didn't have these roots when I brought it out in the spring. But it's spiking now. And this has a beautiful, lovely red flower. So I don't know that these flowers are ever going to open up. So this is my Dendrobium Aussies high-low. It's supposed to be red with like yellow centers, but the flowers are just, this flowers basically look like that for like the last month. It has just not opened up. And these, I don't know, somehow got bug eaten. Look at this. It was in my tank and I brought it out, and I don't know if it's doing better out or not, but it was definitely not doing well in the tank. So don't know if it's too hot out here, but I have a lot of death actually going on in my tank right now. I don't know what's going on in there. I might have to disassemble the whole thing and clean it. All right, I want to end not with a flower, but with an interesting growth tidbit. So this is my intermedia Cerulea that I got from Nats. I want to say 2 years ago, and I didn't take very good care of it. It was in a pot in bark, and I realized when I brought it out this spring that it was basically almost dead. And so it had 2 live leads on it, one on each side of the plant, and the one on the other side is dead. And then this one looked like it's sort of surviving, so I took it off and I mounted it. And it had, when I mounted it, it had this new root right here growing out, and it had this new growth. Actually, both of the sides that were still alive had new growth, but the other one turned completely black, and everything over there just turned black. Anyway, so this was green when I put it on this mount, and I noticed about a week later that it turned black. And I was like, oh no, it's black. And I was debating whether I should cut it off or not, but I didn't. I waited because in hopes that it wasn't rot, it would recover. And I don't know if we can just see it or not, but look at how there's a little bit of green right there at the very bottom right there. So that wasn't there 2 days ago. So it looks like this thing is still alive and it might still grow out. And so I'm kind of glad that I didn't cut it off and I left it, because hopefully that means that this will stay alive and become a successful mount rather than a dead intermedia. So that's my late day cicada-filled update.